I'm Angela Sharp, and welcome to the Daily Mix. I hope every bunny had a very happy Easter, if you celebrate Easter. If not, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. We had some marvelous weather. A family tradition for my family is always going to a car show on Easter. Sounds weird, but it isn't. We used to go all the time with my papa while he showed off his Packard, and he's been gone, the Packard's been sold, but we still continue the tradition. Obviously last year we couldn't do it. It was canceled due to COVID, but this year the car show is on. So my niece, my nephew, my brother, my sister-in-law, my dad and I went out to the car show. So it was a great weekend for me. I am so excited, you guys. Today on the show, I have Jason Isringhausen. He needs no introduction. Everybody knows him, former Cardinal. He's gonna talk about his experience playing, what he thinks about opening day, everything you need to know about what's going on. So let's get started on today's Daily Mix. I am so excited for the return of baseball and the home opener, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more later on. I'm even wearing my nice Cardinals necklace for my dear friends. But Busch Stadium is not the only thing open this week, plus I've got information on vaccines. So this Wednesday, FEMA's Community Vaccination Center will open inside the concourse level of the Dome at America Center. Appointments are currently being scheduled for City of St. Louis residents. Even if you're already signed up for the vaccine with the city, FEMA is requesting that you also register on Missouri's Vaccine Navigator website at covidvaccine.mo.gov/navigator. After registering, you'll be contacted about your appointment date and time. And finally, after a year-long intermission, the fabulous Fox Theater will soon see the return of live music with the STL Sounds at the Fabulous Fox. The series will bring audiences back to the Fox with tickets sold in pods of 2 to 4 seats. There are 5 shows already on the schedule for the coming weeks, including unique sets from local bands and a comedy showcase. There's also a chance they'll be adding additional shows in the near future. STL Sounds kicks off next Saturday, April 17th, with the City Showcase Comedy at the Fox. You can check out the full lineup and find ticket information at fabulousfox.com. Just last week, the St. Louis City SC unveiled their first founding partner and official kit sponsor. Take a look.
This is a whole new breed of partnership. Introducing our inaugural jersey sponsor, a global leader, born in St. Louis. This is For Real. St. Louis City SC welcomes Purina as founding partner, bringing new friends and best friends together.
The partnership brings together 2 female-led organizations that are St. Louis fixtures, really committed to growing in the region. You can learn more about the new partnership at stlcitysc.com and keep an eye on STL TV's channel. I did an interview with some members of Purina and the STL City SC as well. So lots of information coming out about their exciting season in 2023. I think it's great that they both love St. Louis City SC and the Purina have for St. Louis. They have so much love for the city. So if you're Missourian and want to show your love for STL and in a fun way, check out the newly redesigned Gateway Arch license plate. The new plate features the iconic monument, circular lines that are a nod to the new west entrance, and the new name, Gateway Arch National Park. And here's the best part. When you order a plate, your tax-deductible contribution helps support the educational programs the Arch offers for all ages. Gateway Arch license plates can be ordered anytime, regardless of your plate expiration date. Just go to archplates.jnpa.com. Now, from one St. Louis icon to another, it's time to talk about opening day. I'm so excited for opening day. You guys know I'm the sports girl. I love sports. So I'm very excited about going to the home opener, which I will be at Thursday. It's gonna look a little bit different, obviously. There's a lot of restrictions in place and a lot of ways to make sure people are staying safe while they welcome fans back to the ballpark. But either way, I'm just happy we get to be there. Now, if you weren't lucky enough to get tickets, Ballpark Village has several options for some game day fun. The Courtney Show's Game Day Brunch will be kicking things off Thursday morning at Sports and Social. That's followed by pre-game festivities at Bally Sports Live. And later you can catch some game day action at Birds and Beats at the Crown Room. Of course, all of the events do require advance tickets, and some I haven't even mentioned are already sold out. So you really need to act fast if you want to get involved in some of these things. Cardinals Nation, the Together Credit Union Plaza, the Bullock at the Live by Lowe's, and Budweiser Brewhouse rooftop will also have spaces open during the home opener as well. Now, most of the venues are still requiring advance reservations, so definitely suggest checking out stlballparkvillage.com for available tickets and reservations before you head downtown this Thursday. But there is no doubt that Ballpark Village is a great place to be during baseball season. And it's one of the places I'm gonna be before this season's home opener. Of course, the only better place to be is inside Busch Stadium. That's what we're all looking forward to, right? When we can actually go back inside. Well, they're gonna have about 15,000 fans inside. And the Cards are opening the season about 32%, which is, that's okay. We can deal with that. But they want to make sure you stay safe. So check out this video from Cardinals Insider, giving fans an idea of what they're going to be expecting for these first games back to Busch.
Well, the great news is Cardinal baseball is still going to be exciting and fun to bring your family down to Busch Stadium. We all have been through the pandemic together, and we all have to do our part a little bit to get baseball back to where we want it to be back in 2019. Everyone's going to have to wear their mask in the ballpark unless they're actively eating and drinking. We're asking people to stay apart, 6 feet apart as best as you can, and just enjoy and be flexible when you come to the ballpark with our event staff and with the other guests here at Busch Stadium. Well, on your digital ticket, which will be new this year for everyone to have digital tickets, you'll have a designated entry gate, and that's just to make sure that where you're coming in is the quickest way to get to your seat, to make sure you're not crossing over other people unwantedly, and it's just another way to keep you safer when you come to the ballpark. We're not allowing any kind of bags for anyone to be in the ballpark this year. This is something that's different than normal, and that's, again, to drop the points of contact between you and guest services people as you're coming to the ballpark, to make sure when you're coming through security, it's a quicker, easier process. The mask is required through our deal with the city everywhere that you are in the ballpark. The only time you're allowed to take your mask off is when you're actively eating or drinking, and when you take a sip of ice cold Coca-Cola or a frosty Budweiser, you take your sip, you put it down, and then you put your mask right back on. No one will be within 6 feet of you as you look around. The other seats will be secured, so no one will be able to be seated there. People also need to understand that there's a chance that these rules will evolve as we get through the pandemic. It's a cashless situation, so bring your credit card or have a different way to do it to pay that way. And the items on the menu will be a little bit more limited this season, but it's something just to make sure the process is going to speed you through as best we can. Things will be a little bit more individually packaged that people are used to these days. The best way to go back at Busch is the line on the website. All the information is there, all the specific rules that you'll need to know. And again, it should be coming with your ticket information also.
So it's gonna look a little different, but we're just happy to be back inside Busch Stadium for the Cardinals games. And I am so excited to have my guest join it. I mean, we've been talking about Cardinals home opener and what's that's gonna look like. And I figured who else to have on here than somebody who knows it kind of from the other side, a man who needs no introduction, Jason Isringhausen. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Good morning, how are you?
I am great. Okay, so Izzy, we gotta talk about When you came to the Cardinals, you had played for the Mets before, you played for some other places. Was it different when you played for the Cardinals, or was it a little bit more of the same?
Well, I mean, it was still baseball, but being from the area, just had to learn how to say no a lot. A lot of people pulling different ways, a lot of people winning tickets back in the day. But other than that, it was an unbelievable place to play. I mean, I had some of the best years of my life here for my family and friends, and looking forward to opening day and seeing how everything goes.
I mean, we've got to talk about, you have quite a bunch of accomplishments. The Missouri Sports Hall of Fame, the St. Louis Cardinals Sports Hall of Fame. So you're kind of encompassed for us, at least Cardinals fans, as a Cardinal, no matter where else you played before or after.
Well, I grew up in the area. I grew up in Brighton, Illinois, so about 40 minutes from the stadium, and I was always a Cardinals fan. So when I got the chance to come here as a free agent, it didn't matter what they offered me, I was going to come here, and it was just a dream come true. And once you're a Cardinals, and once you put that birds on the bat on your chest, I think you're always a Cardinal.
I love that you were so close to here, but you did say there were some challenges being from the area. I'm guessing friends that you didn't even know you had wanted to be best friends with you once you became back to being a Cardinal and being more in the area.
Well, that, and also they also wanted to, dislike me at times too. It's when you're pitching at the end of the game, you're either the hero or the goat. There's really no in between. They either cheer you or boo you, and that's just part of the job. And you have to embrace it. You have to get used to it. And if you don't like the boos, pitch better, as I always told myself.
I kind of like that theory. You had the saves record until Trevor kind of broke your record there. But did your family ever get any heat from, you pitching really well or you pitching not as well?
Well, yeah. I mean, Dad always would go up to the coffee shop, and he would get the guys giving him some grief. But after we won that World Series in 2006, I got Dad a ring, so he got to wear the ring up to the coffee shop and kind of put everybody in their place a little bit.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine what that would be like for your dad to have a ring with his own name on it. I mean, that's got to be amazing.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, we got to do that. They gave us that option, and I got some pendants for the girls that they wear around their neck and stuff at times. So maybe opening day, maybe not this year. I don't think we can have many guests with us, but maybe next year the girls can come out and flash their bling a little bit. But just looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun day coming up. We've lost some really big keys to our organization, so kind of won't be the same seeing the older guys there, but they'll be in our hearts and prayers and their families. So opening day is always a great day in St. Louis.
It is always a great day, and you mentioned your girls. You have two daughters, and one of those daughters is kind of making a name for herself in the sports world.
Yeah, she's playing volleyball down at Tennessee Tech down in Cookeville, Tennessee. So they just kind of had a crazy season, as you can imagine, with COVID and stuff. So they just got through with that. She's got like 3 weeks left of school, come home for a few weeks, and then head back for training for the summer. And I was looking forward to her sophomore year.
I mean, that's going to be huge for her. There was a big article in one of the local papers about her kind of making her own name, and I kind of like that. She kind of grew up not in your shadow, but being the daughter of you, and now she wants people to talk about you as being her father, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like being Maddie's dad better than the other way around. My days have come and gone. I want her to blaze her own path, hopefully for the good, and we're looking forward to watching her compete in college. And then I got a little one that's 11, and she's doing pretty good in soccer, so we're going to see where that takes her.
I mean, there's kind of an age difference there in your children. I'm assuming you're really getting to watch this younger one kind of grow up a little bit more than you did the older one.
Yeah, I missed a lot of the older one stuff. I got to see as much as I could, but she understands that, and now I don't miss too many of her volleyball games now down in Tennessee. But yeah, the little one, we're kind of attached at the hip, little mini me kind of, and we're having a good time with it.
So it seems like you are enjoying your post play.
Oh yeah, I'm enjoying retirement. I mean, I missed the game, I missed the competition, but I don't miss the traveling. I don't miss not being with the family, living out of a suitcase, and the things these guys have to go through today. It seems unbearable, the things they have to do with the COVID restrictions and stuff. So and then we're going to have to deal with it on opening day too. I'm not for sure how all this is going to happen. I know not so much of the cars driving around the field, but the Clydesdales will be there, and we'll be there, and Cardinal baseball will be there. So opening day will be good.
Yeah, and I was going to actually ask your opinion on that, because it is a lot different for these guys right now, getting tested before they get to play, and not being able to kind of intermingle with the fans as we know Cardinals players like to do. Do you feel like that's a little bit of a challenge for these guys that are currently playing?
Well, I think last year was a big challenge with no fans. A lot of players feed off the energy of the fans. I don't know how many exactly will be there on opening day, maybe 12 to 15,000. So knowing our fans, they're going to be loud and rowdy and rooting on our guys. But yeah, it's different. They're in a bubble, so to speak. Not a lot of people in or out, trying to keep everybody healthy. So those protocols are pretty stringent on these professional players.
I love hearing you say that, you guys actually feed off the energy of the fans, because I hear that in every sports venue, that the athletes can hear the fans and kind of feed off that energy. And so I like to hear that that actually is a fact.
Oh, it's totally a fact. I mean, especially when you have 45,000 at Busch Stadium every night. Coming into the game late in the game and hearing that crowd, it's just an adrenaline flow. Those are the things you miss the most about playing professional sports. You miss the guys, you miss the game, and yeah, of course you miss the fans. That's kind of why we play it. I mean, we're entertainers, and we're there to entertain the people.
Yeah, I mean, coming in to save the game, you really are, all eyes are on you when you're running out to the mound there near the end of the game. You do miss that kind of, rah, come on, go Jason, go Izzy.
Yeah, I mean, that was just part of it. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I mean, yeah, you get the booze sometimes after the night before and you blew the game or something like that. But that, like I said, that comes with the job. That was why we signed up for it. And everybody loves the game. Everybody loves the fans. And it's not going to be the same without the 40,000 screaming there in St. Louis, but it's better. 12,000 is better than zero like last year. No more cardboard cutouts.
Right.
I had some of my best seats ever last year. I have my face back there behind home plate. So looking forward to people, though. Some interaction. I just hope that some of these restrictions get lifted and we get more people in there.
Yeah, I think we're all hoping for that. I had heard that you kind of took Jordan Hicks under your wing and were kind of, helping guide him throughout the start of his career. Are you still in contact with him?
Yeah, we talk a little bit here and there. I don't try to step on any toes. I mean, they have coaches up there that do a great job. He'll reach out to me if he needs something, and a few of the other guys too. I mean, working in the minor leagues for the past 5 or 6 years, you build a relationship with these guys. Jordan's had a pretty good run to the big leagues. Everybody's got different paths of getting there. Jordan took a different path than most. He started off a little crazy, started to tone things down, and we've got a good one there. And he's maturing a lot, and he's just coming back from that Tommy John. So they're going to ease him back to some games, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Tommy John is something that you're very familiar with, 3 of them, right?
Yep.
So did you have any encouraging words for him after his first one?
No, I think the main thing is just trust the process. These doctors put a protocol in place for a reason, and you feel really good at times, and you just don't want to push it too quick, too fast, and just follow the protocol, do your job, and be patient. And as you can see now, I mean, he's still throwing the ball over 100 miles an hour, so he did good things. And then plus he had that extra year. He sat out last year with the COVID. And that gave him an extra year of really rest and strengthening his body, and he's doing really well.
Yeah, that's going to be great. Did you by chance catch that Reds game where there was a little bit of, a fisticuffs in the field there?
Yeah, boys will be boys is what I always say. There wasn't any punches weren't thrown or anything like that. So, just some shoving and some jawing. I mean, that's part of the competition. Jake Woodford hit Castellanos and on a 40-degree day. It doesn't feel very good, and emotions got a little high at home plate, but Yadi came to the rescue and supported his young teammate, and Arenado was in there, so it's good to see the guys have each other's backs. But yeah, it was just boys being boys.
As a fan, I kind of love that. You can really see that there is passion. There's a lot of passion there, which is great to see. Is there anybody that you are looking forward to watching this season as a Cardinal?
Just like everybody else, probably Arenado. I mean, we've seen so many highlights of him making those great defensive plays, and I got to play with Scotty Rowland. So to see somebody that kind of resembles Scotty a little bit will be nice to see. We got the corners covered with Goldschmidt and Arenado now, and we got to have some young guys step up and do their jobs, and everybody stay healthy. And I think it's going to be a good year.
I think it's going to be a good year too. I'm so happy to have you on here. Can anybody follow along and find you, like, to keep up with what you're doing? Or are you trying to keep a low profile?
Nobody needs to follow me doing anything. I chase kids around. I mow my yard. I'm like Forrest Gump now. I just mow and follow my kids, and just kind of, no news is good news for me, as I would always say.
I kind of like that you kind of had your limelight, and now you're kind of scaling it back and just being a family man. That's nice to hear.
Yeah, I have a good time with it. I mean, the girls are everything. Like I said, I missed a lot of Maddie's when she was younger, so we're trying to do as much as I can with them. She was just home for Easter. So, we just hang out here on the little farm we have here, and just relax and try to stay out of trouble.
I love it. Jason, thank you so much for joining me today. I am so happy to have you on the show. Once we played in that celebrity softball game, you were so nice to me since I was so bad at it. So I always wanted to have you on, so I'm so happy you could join me today.
Anytime, anything I can do around St. Louis is great. I mean, I love St. Louis. I grew up here, and that's part of what we do as Cardinals alumni. We try to help out people and be part of the community and do what we can.
I mean, you're never not going to be a Cardinal to me, so you're just going to have to accept that.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Izzy, for joining us. You guys, make sure you follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. You can drop us a line at thedailymix@stltv.net. We want to hear from you. That's going to do it for the Daily Mix, but keep it right here on STL TV and experience St. Louis. See you next time.